looking okay. I've got a 6-2-5. The team counts are 16 and 14, so pretty even on team kills. We've got down 3 of their turrets. They've got down 1, 2, and I think they'll probably get a third here. So overall, things are pretty even. Yeah, there we go. Lose that tower, no doubt about it. Now the question is, are we going to be able to defend the next one? I think so. In fact, if someone's not careful here, I might grab him. I think I got hooked up by the tower there. I'm going to flash forward to see if I can grab him, and I just fail, which is too bad because I'm 100% sure that would have resulted in the kill. If I hadn't been juked there, I would have grabbed him, punched him, Sion would have stunned him. Yeah, he would have gone down for sure. I'm pinging here to grab the red buff. And out of this group, I don't really care who gets it. I'm actually the lowest level, which happens a lot on Blitzcrank, since I do tend to initiate. I'm going to let Sivir grab it. She's got the ranged attack and slightly higher level, so I think she'll be able to capitalize it on a little bit more. But yeah, that's always something I wrestle with on Blitzcrank, because he initiates and he's likely to take the damage early on in the fight. But even if he, and he might die from that because he's not super tanky. But even if he doesn't die, he's often weak enough that he has to go back. So as a result, I'm not able to farm quite as much XP as everyone else. And the problem is if you get too underleveled on Blitz, then when you initiate, you just die. Because you grab someone, they kill you super, super fast. And then the problem just gets worse and worse and worse because you die in every single encounter. Which means you don't get any XP from the team fighting stuff, and half the time you don't even get assists from kills your teams get because you've been dead too long by the time the kill actually happens. So it's kind of a tough thing to balance in something like Blitz, I really find. And maybe a lot of it just comes down to my gameplay, but it has consistently been an issue for me. And as a result, I do tend to farm a little bit more. Wow, oh, happy about that grab on Rise there. Hello. Nice, 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 nice kill. If they venture out here, I may be able to contribute with a Power Fist, but grab in 5 seconds is going to be... What's going to happen? I'm going to run up here, but I don't think anyone's going to pull anything. Oh, there we go. Grab. Excellent. Pick up Tryndamere. Either Tryndamere or Nunu would have been okay. In fact, Tryndamere ults, so he's going to survive that. But now we can tower dive. They are way too low. Whoever we catch, yeah, Ezreal had a fair amount of health by percentage, but a low absolute amount. Nunu was low. I don't know if we're... Okay, we do get Ezreal despite the teleport, and Nunu's Banshee's Veil comes up just in time for it to block that punch. Very frustrating. And I've said this in a previous video, but if you want to counter Blitzcrank, get a Banshee's Veil. That is 100% the way to do it, because even if he's able to catch you with a grab, the Banshee's Veil will just cancel it. And then, you just have to play cautious for the next 30 seconds until your Banshee's Veil comes back. But we're going to punch the hell out of this tower. Feels good playing as Blitz, because you've got those huge fists, you're just like smash, smash, smash. Very, very satisfying to melee as him. Feels quite strong. And in fact, the damage that you see is quite high because your Power Fist and your Sheen procs make the numbers very, very impressive. You can see I continue to work on my Trinity Force here. Now, if for some reason I needed to be tougher, if I was getting focus fired a little more, if our team was a little lighter on the tankiness, I could still get a Phage here, but instead of building a Trinity Force using my Sheen and Phage, I could go and build a Frozen Heart. And that would give me a lot of survivability. It would also ensure that the first hit I land, so I grab, I punch, which does a knock-up, and also guarantees a slow. In practice, I find that, given that you knock people up, that's one hit, maybe you can hit them again before they land, or, at least you're going to hit them at least one more time. You're starting to get into a pretty decent territory for proccing your Phage. You've got your Overdrive, and potentially your Boots of Swiftness should enable you to outrun your opponent. Zeal makes you even faster than that. So again, you're almost likely to get a third, if not a fourth melee attack, and then at that point you've sort of guaranteed the slow with your Phage. So the extra proc chance from a Frozen Mallet is not that huge, but the health is quite considerable. Arguably, maybe it would be better off to build a different health item and then continue to build Trinity Force. I don't know. I say, was that a good kill on the new champion? I think it was. That was pretty sexy. Grab, punch, explode, beat the shit out of him, kill him before anyone else shows up, and then just scare everyone in any way, and end up at like full health. That's what I like to see with Blitz, when you hit that range where people just have to fear you, where they're just terrified of you, because one grab means they're dead. At that point, you've crippled the other team. I mean, it already means that, you know, your team is probably winning, right, at that point. But there's a few champions that once they get that toe hold, they can really push it. Like I've talked about Tryndamere once he gets fed. Wow, Cho's in big trouble here, but Sivir's going to come and help. Now, Sivir by himself is not scary enough, but I'm coming from behind. I'm going to get the punch down on Tryndamere. Definitely finish him off if he didn't have in this rage, and I think he'd already blown it a little bit earlier. And, in fact, Rise is in a little bit of trouble. I get slowed from my overdrive running out here. So I'm not going to be able to catch him, I don't think, unless he does something ridiculous here and gets himself caught. He gets dinged a little bit by Sivir. Now he's getting to pretty danger territory. I do have a flash, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I do flash here, but without having any hope. Now, interesting thing you may have noticed there on Nunu. You may want to rewind it and watch it again. There's a few things to note. One, your Power Fist does not proc Banshee's Veil. Power Fist will go right through Banshee's Veil and still knock them up. So that's very, very important to know. The other thing to know is I didn't, even though I wanted to stop him from running, I didn't grab him right away. I made sure to blow my my ult there, and that time I did it quite intentionally to pop his Banshee's Veil. And then the second after the Banshee's, the ultimate went off and his Banshee's Veil was gone, then I could grab him and make sure to finish him off. You've got to remember that with Blitz, that only 2 of your abilities are affected in any way by Banshee's Veil, and that is only your ultimate and only the active part of your ultimate plus your grab. So if you want to be able to grab someone and you know you're in melee range, they've got, so at that point you're in melee range with someone and you're going to want to grab them, you're going to have to make sure to blow your ultimate, which will sort of be wasted because it won't do any damage, but it will guarantee the grab. And one-on-one, the grab is usually much better. Now, in a team fight, you know, obviously the AoE damage is the big contributing factor. That's kind of a moot thing that I'm talking about. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Well, Tryndamere there. Now, if he's got his ultimate up, yeah, our Olaf is probably going to go down, but I don't think that Trynd can possibly survive that. Yeah, I think a stun went down on him, which is why he was forced to sit there while his spell wore off. I'm going to push up the mid. So despite things being even in kills not very long ago, at this point we've really taken a hugely significant edge. And my score is 9-8, which is pretty good. Because let me tell you, if I'm getting the kills on Blitz, it's a really good game. A lot of times on Blitzcrank, my scores end up being something more like 2-5-18 or something like that. Very high on the assists, but I'm either dying in the attempt or have to run back right away from the damage result. And so all I pick up are assists, and I'm never able to get the kill myself. Or, you know, you're just not doing enough damage. Some heroes are really good at getting those killing blows just because they're able to burst it out. We've got a naked inhibitor up top. We're both full health, but I guess we're going to pull back here because we don't have any teammates helping us out, and a lot of them are alive. Still, they're going to be limited in their effort to wander out of their base if they don't have a full team. So taking this opportunity to steal some of their kills. I'm going to hit these mobs here. I saved my overdrive, just so, or my ultimate, just so I could use it to kill these mobs and then run away. Because I made a calculated decision that there was no way they were going to get here this fast. Because they'd only spot me once they saw the mobs. But then afterwards, I got to get the hell out of Dodge because they could decide to come up and stop me if they suspect I'm pushing. In fact, there's Tryndamere. Now, I don't know if he's alone, but if he is, he's about to die. Because I'm coming right about... Oh, the new champion. I got to look up his name. I think it's Jin something. Oh, they're all here. Okay, big trouble, but Tryndamere goes down. That may have been a crit that was too fast for him to react and hit his ultimate. I do get off my... No, I don't get off my ultimate there, which is too bad because the AoE damage may have killed some people and certainly guaranteed some kills. It turned out we got most of those kills anyway, and Nunu's in big trouble here. I don't know if they can catch him. If Sion has speed boots, he might be able to get a stun off, but no. He's just going to be relegated to killing these mobs. We got a Rise in the bush there. Is he going to get slowed down? Does she have red buff? I can't tell. The world's in black and white. Yes, it looks like she does have red buff. He gets slowed. They followed up with an exhaust and take out Rise. Excellent. Enough of them are dead. They're for sure 100% going to be able to get down this inhibitor. And 2 inhibitors means almost certain complete death. Sivir pops his Banshee's Veil there with her boomerang. And he gets easily taken down after